Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. I don't know if you can see this on video. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But we got a little snow down here at the homestead. I mean, nothing that's going to stick, obviously. But the first few flakes of the year. Oh, there we go. You can see it better now. There we go. Yeah. So it's a chilly day here at the homestead. I think the high temperature, they said it's only going to go up to like 49 or 39. I'm sorry, 39 today. Definitely cold. Yeah, you can see that snow now. That's cool. I was hoping you guys would be able to see it. It just started coming down a little bit heavier. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at today. A little bit of snow. Today's going to be cold. Tomorrow's going to be cold, and then it'll warm back up. Then we have some highs back in the low 70s. So we're going to have a couple of, I believe, low-key days here at the homestead. I think that's going to be the the game plan. Miss Hella is working on one of her bones. So anyway, yeah. God, I'm reading so many different things and looking at so much different information. And it's just, I find, I believe, my opinion, I guess is the right word, right? A lot of it's fear-based. Got to be afraid. Everything's scary. This is scary. That's scary. You have to be afraid of this. You have to be afraid of that. It's just, it's insanity. And they use that fear. They drive that fear on people to get them to do what they want, to comply. It is amazing to me the number of people that will lockstep, right in line, do as they're told, live in that fear, be like, oh my God, we have to do this, or this is the bad thing that's going to happen. You know, and when things are proven down the road that it's a lie or misinformation, right? They don't get in trouble because they went along with whatever the narrative was. But fear definitely drives things. And they use that fear, they use that manipulation. And who is they? Whoever is calling the shots of whatever we have or what we're being told that we have to do. That's who's calling, that's the ones. And, but fear is constantly used. You look at, we have to be afraid. I'm trying to give you a good example. Or using fear or blaming a group of people. It's this group of people's fault that we're in the situation that we're in. So a good example of that, okay? You go back to Nazi Germany. And they used the hatred and the fear and the jealousy against the Jewish people, and used that as a propaganda machine. And these are the bad guys. These are the ones that have caused all this economic problems in the country. And so people got in line with that. And that was a bad thing, obviously a very, very bad thing. And so, but that is used, that is a tool that is used. They use fear, people's fear of things, to press whatever agenda that they have. Now, again, we'll go back to Nazi Germany. One of the things that they did at that time, they disarmed the people, right? Because, first of all, let's go back. First of all, we had registration. They did registration first. And as soon as they did registration, then down the road, they did confiscation. So anytime when the government is telling you, whatever government, I'm not just using the United States, I'm using whatever government is out there, is telling you, well, we're just registering, we're getting a registry, we're not taking. Don't believe that, because if you look at history, every time that there has been a registration, down the road, there has been a confiscation. and you better have the paperwork, and they're not going to buy the boating accident or any of those type of things. They're going to come and they're going to take. And so at what point do you decide to fight back? Because once they disarmed the people in Nazi Germany, they could do whatever they want. You look at Australia, right? Look at the UK. I mean, you look at what's going on in Canada right now. I mean, they're in that process of really limiting what people have and what they can do. And the thing is, it's, we live in a society where the criminal element does not care what the gun laws are. They never have. They never will. You can go back 200 years, and the criminals did not care whatever the laws were. They never do care what the laws were. All the laws do is restrict law-abiding citizens. As soon as you make the laws so ridiculous that people are not able to defend themselves, now you have made them criminals. That's a fact. That if you go back and look, you watch and see what happens, you're never going to stop a lunatic from doing what they're going to do, whatever laws you have. The only thing you're going to stop is the decent law-abiding citizen being able to put a stop to the lunatic. When you have seconds to make a decision and the police are minutes away, what are you going to do? You look at the situation in Indiana with the mall shooter. Let's use that. It's a perfect example of what happens. You have a person that goes into this mall, goes into the bathroom with his, had his weapons, and came out and started to shoot people. Well, a citizen with a legal pistol permit went and took care of that situation. Now, do I believe that people should have proper training? I absolutely do. There should be gun safety courses. You should have some kind of training, I believe, to be able to, it's not a matter of getting your permission, but is knowing how to properly handle that weapon and how to take care of the things that you need to take care of. So those are important. They shouldn't be mandatory because nothing should have to be mandatory, but I would think that should be highly suggested that you take a safety course. Just so you know how to properly handle a weapon, what you should do, what you should not do, and all those type of things. I guess some people just, they don't think about those type of things, and I think that it's important that we should think about those type of things. But, it's an interesting concept. But, again, fear is a big tool with all of those things. It's like, the taboo, the boogeyman type of situation. And it continues and it goes on and on and on, and it doesn't change. But what can we do about it? All right? I mean, what is the solution? What is the answer? How do we change what is going on? How do we look and do something different? I don't know what we can do for that. But I know that the politicians using fear and those type of things is not the answer. That's not helping us. It's just not. So, I don't know. I don't know what we need to do to change that situation. But things are continuing to get worse. More and more restrictive control is placed on people at all the time. And I think good people need to come together. Better come together. Better get a plan in place. That's all I can say. So, anyway, guys, I want to hear your feedback on this. I want to hear what you think. How much do you believe that fear is used as a tool? And what are your thoughts on that? So anyway, I'm going to jump off of here for now. I hope y'all are having a great day. Like I said, we had a little bit of snow here today, a little bit of cold. So we're going to have a low-key day. All right? Remember, guys, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we will be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, Step Thing and Day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. The only person that's going to stop you from reaching those goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1.